Hey everyone, a couple people asked me to make this video, so here it is, the complete story of Reyna Ramirez Arellano. By the way, if you haven't seen my video about Nico's life, I recommend watching it before this one because Nico is a pretty big character in Reyna's story. The link for that is in the description. Anyways, here we go. Reyna is the daughter of Julian Ramirez Arellano and the Roman goddess of war, Bellona. Reyna also has an older sister, Hilla. Before Reyna was born, Bellona visited Julian and told him why his family was so important. She said that as long as his bloodline remained, Rome would never fall. Born in Puerto Rico, Reyna loved the place. She would walk along the streets counting and naming cats with her sister. Her love for her hometown, however, quickly turned into fear. Julian became paranoid about Bellona's message to him. He thought his bloodline would die and that Rome would fall. He saw enemies everywhere and started fortifying their house and collecting weapons. Over time, Julian became more and more deranged, even thinking that Reyna and Hilla were enemies spying on him. Ghosts started talking to Julian, confirming his theories. As time went on, Julian became unable to touch things anymore. He learned to move things like a ghost. He became a ghost. One day, when Reyna was 10, she snuck out with Hilla to escape their father. They got caught and Julian became so angry he tore up the floor tiles and destroyed the furniture. In his rage, he threw a chair at Hilla, knocking her out. Reyna, thinking her sister was dead, became infuriated. She grabbed a saber and had no other choice but to use it to vaporize her own father. After killing Julian, the ghosts haunted Reyna, telling her that she could never run away from her crimes and that she was a murderer and a traitor. Reyna and Hilla eventually ended up on Circe's island. They were treated well, and the island eventually became their home. That all changed when Percy and Annabeth arrived during their quest through the Sea of Monsters. Circe tricked Percy, turning him into a guinea pig. Annabeth was able to free Percy, but she also freed a group of pirates who were also trapped by Circe. The pirates destroyed the island and kidnapped Reyna and Hilla. Trapped for months, Reyna and Hilla quickly adapted to their new surroundings. Eventually, Hilla gained the crew's respect through her fighting skill and dueled for her and Reyna's freedom. She won, and she and her sister were dropped off in California. This was where the sisters split up. Hilla joined the Amazons while Reyna joined the Wolf House and was trained by Lupa. Reyna eventually made it to Camp Jupiter and joined the 12th Legion Fulminata. While a praetor, a legionnaire named Bryce Lawrence killed his own centurion. Reyna knew he was guilty, but due to lack of evidence, he was only expelled from the camp. Also, Reyna grew very close to Jason, to the point where she started to like him. When Reyna was 15, she and Jason went on a quest to South Carolina. It was here that they met Venus. Venus told Reyna that no demigod would heal her heart, and that she would not find love where she wished. Reyna was shaken, and returned to Camp Jupiter. Eventually, Jason became praetor, but disappeared and was sent to Camp Half-Blood with his memory wiped, thanks to Hera. At Camp Half-Blood, Jason developed feelings for Piper, not remembering that Reyna was someone close to him. Soon, Percy was sent to Camp Jupiter, his memory wiped too. Thanks, Hera. Percy helps defend the camp from the giant polyboats and gained the respect and trust of the Legion, even becoming praetor. He gained his memory back and told the Roman demigods about the Greek demigods and how they were coming to Camp Jupiter on the Argo too. Due to the two groups' violent history, the Romans were not happy about this. Reyna, however, took the middle ground and told them to give the Greeks a chance. Soon, Leo, Piper, Jason, and Annabeth arrive at Camp Jupiter. Reyna is very happy to see Jason again, but quickly finds out about his relationship with Piper. She gets very upset, although she doesn't show it. While giving Annabeth a tour of the city, Leo is possessed by a spirit and fires down on Camp Jupiter. The Romans immediately think that the Greeks betrayed them, but Annabeth assures Reyna they haven't. Reyna lets Annabeth go, but says that the next time they see each other on the battlefield, they would be enemies. Octavian gets Camp Jupiter in a frenzy and insists upon war with the Greeks. In the House of Hades, Annabeth has a dream where Athena tells her that the Roman must bring the Athena Parthenos to Camp Half-Blood, and that is the only chance for peace. Reyna meets Grover and Rachel on a rooftop, and despite Octavian's attempts to start conflict, she hears them out. They give Reyna a handwritten note from Annabeth, telling her that she must be the one to bring the Athena Parthenos to Camp Half-Blood to avoid war. Reyna agrees, telling Octavian not to attack Camp Half-Blood while she was gone. She then departs with her Pegasus, Scipio. After she leaves, Octavian says that there will be a change in the praetor's plans, and begins preparations for war. Along her journey, Reyna and Scipio are attacked. They make it to the Argo II in Greece, but Scipio collapses from his wounds. Reyna, tears in her eyes, kills Scipio, putting the Pegasus out of its misery. She has dinner with the Seven, Nico, D'Angelo, and Hedge. Here, Nico, Reyna, and Hedge agree to transport the Athena Parthenos all the way back to Camp Half-Blood to stop the war. The three begin their journey. Nico quickly tires from shadow traveling so much. He accidentally shadow travels above Mount Vesuvius, so Reyna has to use her powers of Bellona to lend him enough strength to shadow travel to safety. After landing, Reyna tells Nico to rest. She is surprised by the pain she sees in him, but is impressed because he put his mission first, above his sadness. Reyna starts to trust Nico and sees him like a little brother. The group shadow travels many more times, hundreds of miles, facing terrible dangers along the way. Eventually, they end up back in Puerto Rico. Reyna is terrified, remembering her traumatizing memories here. Suddenly, Reyna, Nico, and Hedge were shot with arrows and drift into unconsciousness. Reyna wakes, tied to a chair, but fights her way free. She then meets Thalia, who explains that the Hunters of Artemis brought her, Nico, and Hedge to their base. Thalia also tells Reyna that the giant Orion was coming, and that her sister Hilla was also here. After being taken to Hilla, Reyna recognizes their true plans. The Hunters and the Amazons plan to kill Orion, using Reyna as bait to lure him here. Suddenly, the metal doors behind them explode. Many hunters are killed by Orion's ambush, but Reyna and Hilla are able to escape. They run, but eventually come face to face with Orion. The sisters fight the giant side by side like they used to. Eventually, Nico and Hedge come to help them and manage to drive the giant back. After the battle, Thalia and Hilla tell Reyna she must continue with her quest. Reyna is heartbroken to leave Hilla again, but she agrees. Reyna looks back at her childhood home one last time and sees the ghosts that had haunted her since she killed her father. Reyna breaks down, but Nico promises her he'll shadow travel them away from here. They land in South Carolina, where Reyna is silent for days. Nico encourages Reyna to talk to him about her past, and she finally does. Reyna opens up about the ghosts and her childhood. She cries out in guilt as she explains how she killed her father, but Nico reassures her that it wasn't her fault. Suddenly, they are interrupted by Bryce Lawrence, who had been reinstated in the Legion by Octavian. After Bryce threatened Reyna and cut her with his dagger, Nico's rage exploded. He let loose his cooped up emotions and turned Bryce into a ghost, sending him straight to the underworld. Reyna sees all of Nico's secrets and everything he's been through. Reyna and Hedge take care of Nico as he sleeps in a shadow coma on the brink of death from using his powers so much. Reyna realizes how much he cares for Nico after seeing all his pain. Also, Hedge arranges for Pegasus himself to help take them the rest of the way to Camp Half-Blood. Pegasus arrives, telling Reyna that her friendship with Scipio and what she did for her Pegasus inspired him to come help them. Reyna, Nico, and Hedge arrive at Camp Half-Blood in the early hours of August 1st. They land aboard a yacht near the shore of Camp Half-Blood. Reyna meets Dakota and Layla, who want to help her take down Octavian. She tells Hedge to go see his wife, and Nico to sabotage Octavian's weapons with Dakota and Layla. Reyna tells Nico goodbye, saying that it was an honor questing with him. Nico replies by saying that she's the strongest demigod he ever met, and that he won't let her down. After everyone leaves, Orion suddenly appears, walking across the surface of the water. He shoots an arrow on Reyna's foot that will explode in 5 minutes, or immediately if she tries to remove it. Reyna throws her knife, which pierces Orion's chest. She falls on the arrow to protect Blackjack, who is injured next to her. After being unharmed by the arrow, she realizes that Athena has given her a piece of her cloak, what Athena does to her chosen heroes, and that protected her. Reyna uses the cloak and the support of Athena and her mother Bellona to finally defeat Orion. After the fighting was over and Gaia defeated, Reyna brought the Athena Parthenos to the Greeks and restored peace among the demigods. At the campfire that night, Reyna gives a victory speech to the demigods of both camps. She says that she couldn't have done it without Nico. Reyna walks over to him, pulls him out of the shadows, and hugs him. Nico surprisingly doesn't pull back, but hugs Reyna, blinking tears from his eyes. Before she leaves, Reyna talks to Piper and asks her what Venus meant when she talked to her in South Carolina on that quest with Jason. Piper says that she doesn't know, but that Reyna is an incredible person, and that there is someone out there for her. Piper says that even though Reyna usually gives strength to others, every once in a while she needs to draw it from her friends. The two shake hands, Reyna saying that she had a feeling she would see Piper again. Piper responds by saying that she knew they would, because they were family now. Then, Reyna returns to Camp Jupiter with the others. And that's it everyone, at least for part 1. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you all when part 2 comes out very, very soon.